Hello and welcome back to Europe 1100. So, there's been a bunch of time that's passed once again. We haven't really been doing anything. I've just been building up my town as much as I could, because of course, well, it was basically at the bottom rung of every single town in our kingdom at the moment. And don't worry, I've heard you, okay, I've heard you. A bunch of people are saying, hey, can you make your own kingdom? And yeah, that's actually also what I did say that in the previous episode, that I would like to make my own kingdom. It's just a matter of getting the right timing, because at this point in time, I don't know whether we're going to be able to sustain that. Because if we do decide to make our own kingdom, we're going to be leaving the Kingdom of Sicily, which means that we are then going to be at war against them, basically almost immediately, and we're going to have to fight them. And the problem with fighting a faction is you're going to have to deal with every single enemy yourself, because it's unlikely you're going to have any assistance whatsoever, unless you have some companions, right? Unless you have some companions that can maybe help you out, something like that. But generally, you're not really going to have anyone. So that's the number one problem, first of all. And there's a bunch of other issues, but I'm not going to go into those right now. Anyway, we are on the diplomacy screen here because what I want to do is I want to try to expand the territory of the Kingdom of Sicily, mostly for the fact that maybe we'll be able to actually get some more fiefs ourselves. And, us doing that is actually going to provide a very large benefit to us, because we're going to be able to stretch the Kingdom of Sicily's territory, which is good for any number of reasons. Either if we stay as a vassal of theirs for a little bit longer, then they're going to be, entering more fights, and we're going to get more renown, which is great. Or, on the flip side of things, if we do decide to leave and create our own faction, then they're going to be, spread thinner than they otherwise would have been. Anyway, I've already done a little bit of scouting, and Kingdom of Hungary is looking particularly, or Kingdom? Did I say kingdom? I think I said kingdom. I didn't say king, right? Because the King of Hungary is not looking, well, anything at the moment. He's fine. But the Kingdom of Hungary is looking a little bit on the weaker side. And as you can see, they only have one town and one castle, and there is a 100% support for a war declaration against them. Likewise to the Byzantine Empire, we have a 92%. Yeah, 92%. That's really, really harsh. There's also a 100% support for war against the Sultanate too. I was actually thinking of doing this, but the one problem I foresaw about doing this is that it's across the water, and not sure how well that's going to go. I actually have no idea how this is going to go, because I don't have that much influence, so I won't be able to call for an army. So that's the big problem here. Anyway, we're going to be doing this. I'm just going to abstain from the vote in general, because there is no point in me spending the rest of my influence, of course. And so we're just going to declare war on the Hungarians for now. This is where I am. As you can see, I have a relatively similar army to what I had in the previous episode. This is the current state of our family. We've had another child, by the way, in the meantime, because as I said, I have literally just been standing in my town, allowing time to pass, me managing it as best as I can, and it has actually improved quite dramatically. We have, I think, near to 3,000 prosperity now, which is really nice. It was 1,800 when we got it, or something like that, so we've increased it by a pretty significant margin, so I'm very happy with that. We also did have a child, as I said, and we also had some rank ups with the other children as well. At least one of them, has gotten to 2 years old or something like that. And otherwise, my caravans have just been giving me trade experience and so on. So yeah, anyway, there you go. You're caught up with everything, and we're now gonna besiege something. This is the first time we're actually besieging something. So this is gonna be either extremely cool and fun, or it's going to be annoying and a terrible experience. Let's hope it's not the latter, right? Yeah, let's hope it's not the latter. Anyway, I'm actually going to be building a battering ram here and a siege tower first of all. Yeah, by the way, I have no points in engineering whatsoever, and I don't have an engineer either. So what I'm actually going to do, or what I'm going to try... Oh, hello! You're actually coming to help me. Oh, that's interesting. All right, yeah, well, what I'm going to do is, well, what I was going to do was literally just try to improve my my overall chances of being able to starve them out. That was pretty much what I was wanting to do, but apparently Mr. Roger here is not allowing us to take the lead on this, and he is just going to do his own thing. And I kind of want to starve them out. I hope he doesn't just go in. It would be very, very bad if he were to just go straight in here. I think it would be much better for us to wait a little bit longer, just so that the starvation mechanic starts to kick in. If it does, let's hope it does. I mean, we're going to only reduce the garrison by 57, which is not exactly an amazing... I'm actually really surprised. Why isn't the garrison going down? This is... that's kind of weird. Join the continuing siege. Why isn't the garrison going down? It should be going down right now. Okay, well, I guess we're just going to go in then. This is... no offense, okay? No offense, but this is absolutely terrible. And I have a feeling we're not really going to have a very good time here, but oh well, never mind. Yeah, also, a bunch of people... I'm just going to address this real fast as well, just before we get absolutely massacred by catapults. A bunch of people have been asking me whether I'm going to be talking about the 1.2 patch, because apparently it's pretty large. I took a quick skim over the various features. They're adding weather system and a variety of other things, you know, changes to siege ladders, environmental effects with auto calculation. What else can I remember actually right now, because I'm literally just thinking of things off the top of my head right now. Apart from that, what else? Well, that's basically all I can remember right now. But there's very, very large amounts of changes, and oh yeah, attacking formations. Obviously, they took that from RTS camera because that was already technically implemented in that. If you didn't know, so yeah, that's obviously already a thing. But they just adapted that to the base game, which is very nice. Nice to see that. And as you can see, we're taking significant casualties, as you might expect, because of course we are. Yeah. Who would have expected that? Not me, Roger. Not me. Oh, yeah, it's just me, because I you know, I kind of thought, you know what, let's just wait for the... please, just next time, Roger, wait for the, you know, wait for the starvation mechanic, if it's actually going to happen, because apparently the starvation mechanic is not happening now for some reason. Don't know why that is, but... yeah, well, this is going to be a bit problematic. Maybe I can actually... no, there's no way I'm going to be able to do any damage to this, that's for sure. So, I guess we're just going to have to wait for the battering ram. Is it actually going to get here? That's the problem now. It did, barely. It barely made it. Alright. As you can see, look at its HP. And we've lost how many? 100 units! We lost 100 units because this guy is an imbecile. The guy leading us is an absolute imbecile. Ah, well, there's no change there, is there? It's me, basically, isn't it? Yes, no change there. Alright, well, whatever the case, I am going to be using my polearm for the first time. Ugh, that's also pretty terrible. Using a polearm in a siege. Oh, yeah. That's great. Should have made a Manavlion, I guess, but I kind of wanted a fun weapon on horseback. And this is indeed this is going to be a very fun weapon on horseback. It's just not very fun in a siege. Well, maybe it is. It just very much depends if I'm able to actually get some clear lines of sight here. I act like it's a you know, projectile weapon, but it's true. You need a clear line to be able to attack. Unfortunately, it's not helping me much here. I'm not sure why I'm not actually able to hit anyone right now. I don't know why we're getting so unlucky with my placement of attack, but yeah, as you can see, we're still getting absolutely... You know what, guys? Can you just charge? Can you just charge instead of getting absolutely killed by catapults over and over? It's absolutely infuriating when the AI does this. Absolutely infuriating. I'm not sure what I can really say apart from that. You know, that's an understatement as well. I really want to say something much harsher. I really do. I wanna curse him out a bit. You know, that's what I want to do. But we're not going to do that. We're going to keep our cool, and we're just going to be a little bit, you know, just a little bit, you know, we're just going to curse him behind his back, all right? That's what we're going to do. Anyway, my polearm is doing some massive damage, as you might expect. Absolutely wonderful. And we are going to be leveling that up quite nicely. And hopefully we'll be able to get quite a few kills. Oh no, really? I was actually hoping for more kills than this. Oh well, never mind. We did end up only losing 59 units, which I suppose is not too bad. 11 of those were our own people, which is not great, but, you know, what can you do about that, right? What can you do about that? Anyway, at least we've taken it. That's all I can say. At least we've taken it. But now we're going to have to deal with the town as well. And dealing with the town, of course, is going to be much more difficult. Or maybe it's not. It very much depends. Because maybe, just maybe, we're going to have the ability to starve them out this time. Instead of Roger being a bit of an idiot and just going straight on in and, you know, doing some weird stuff there. But whatever the case, there we go. We were able to achieve victory, amazingly enough. And we will just be leaving these prisoners alone. I'll just take all the loot and we'll just move on. And there we go. We can donate troops to the garrison here as well if we want to, but I'm just going to leave that for now. We weren't really able to take anyone that I wanted prisoner anyway. And we can now level these guys up. As you can see, they all require war mounts. You may have seen me just, you know, leave these guys and not upgrade them at all. But they all require war mounts, and I don't have a huge amount of those. Surprisingly enough, the breeder skill has not really been activating that much, which is actually quite surprising. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, I only have 14% to create a Cantarian charger. I did get a Glintor pony for some reason. I'm not sure how that happened, but I can assume that maybe if you have more war mounts, it just creates more war mounts. I'm not entirely sure how the algorithm works on that, but whatever the case, I hope that it's just going to help us out a little bit here. Anyway, we're just going to get some more prisoners. As you've seen, I have a huge amount of different prisoners in my prisoners hold, because of course I do. I want to make sure that we have the ability to replenish our ranks when and where we want to, because that's really going to make a huge difference in the long run. Otherwise, apart from that, we can now vote for the new owner. I don't really care who gets it. I mean, you could quite clearly tell that Mr. Roger wants this, you absolute imbecile. We're just going to give him 60, and we're going to get some charm skill for that, which I don't even know what the charm skill is going to be for. I guess later on down the line, the charm skill could be really, really useful, because maybe if we get, you know, everything has a price or something like that, then that is going to be pretty fun. But yeah, what I actually wanted to ask you as well is, do you want to see a series, or do you want to see me go over the changes in 1.2? If you want to see me do that, I might, you know, I could just have a look at the patch notes and just make a video on that. Oh no, can I actually beat these? Can I actually beat them? I kind of want to. Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah, there we go. All right, nice. Okay, that was actually fantastic. But yeah, if you would like me to go through the patch notes and give you my opinion on all the changes and everything, then that's absolutely fine. I'd be more than happy to do that. But if you would like to see, you know, gameplay of the new beta version, then you can obviously let me know whether you'd like to see that as well. I'm not sure whether I can really do that too easily, because what I'm going to need to do is patch the game. And that's going to take me a long time. So I'll have to patch the game, disable all the mods, and then go in, you know, record whatever I need to record, and then go back out. And then for this series, I'd have to revert back to the previous version, which would require downloading stuff again. Not entirely sure how large the patch is, of course, so I can't really comment on that. But yeah, there's quite a little bit of busy work to do. So I just wanted to let you know that. Anyway, let's actually just take a quick look. Doesn't really have much cavalry influence, does she? It seems like not many people have cavalry influence. So this guy's mounted, so he should probably be the cavalry person, shouldn't he? And we should be the infantry person. I think that sounds like the best idea. Let's do that. All right, there we go. Yeah, so this is going to be super easy, because, I mean, literally 108 cavalry. I mean, I don't really see a reason for us to hold our horses. Quite literally holding our horses here. And, yeah, hopefully I'm not going to get killed, because, well, that would be pretty bad, actually. That would be pretty bad, but yeah. Hopefully we'll be able to get a nice lot of combat skill here with my new rusty polearm. Well, technically it's a broken polearm, isn't it? I'm not trying to... How is it broken, by the way? It doesn't seem like it's very broken visually. So I'm not sure how we can take away that it's broken in any way. But yeah, we just killed the enemy commander, which is actually very nice. Oh, this is a Byzantine defector? Really? Oh, that's interesting. Wow, they actually deal some massive damage here as well, as you might expect. I mean, really. I assume that they're based on the Imperials from the base game. I assume that they have kind of like a similar vibe going on with them, and they do tend to be pretty efficient with pretty much every single weapon, which would definitely stand to reason that, you know, that's exactly what they're all about. Anyway, we gained some pretty nice influence and renown from that, and that was a pretty easy fight. So I'm hopeful that we'll be able to get into a couple more of these. I'm wondering whether I should let her go just for that charm skill. I mean, they're not going to be that much of a threat, hopefully, cross fingers. If I say they're not going to be that much of a threat, then they're all of a sudden going to come with a 2,000 strong army. But let's just let her go. Wow, we actually only gained 3 skill points from that. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to let her go then. Anyway, we're just going to be taking tier 4s and above into our prisoner's hold here. Not the mercenaries. I don't really like taking mercenaries at the best of times. So we're just going to be leaving the rest. And we're going to be taking all of this. Super hardcore amounts of loot as well, just purely for the fact that we have roguery. It's so good. And surprising that that's actually turned out to be really useful, because when I first saw that on her when we were still with Borgar, I thought to myself, oh, the roguery skill is not going to be that useful. But lo and behold, it is actually quite useful. So anyway, Dalaset actually has 158 in trade skill now, if you can believe it. Not sure how she has gotten to such a high level, but she must have specced into it, which is very funny, because I didn't think that the AI was capable of adapting to those kinds of inputs, basically. So in other words, I had no idea that, you know, they were going to be like, oh, I'm doing a bunch of trading, I should spec more focus points into trade. I thought they would just do random stuff over and over again. Wait a minute, who died? Is he... Wait a minute, did my... Wait a minute. Did our husband die? Did I miss him dying? I don't think so, right? I think he's just knocked out. I'm gonna assume that he's just knocked out. Alright. Bit of a panic there. Let's see whether he is actually alive. Just gonna charge everyone in. This is just a village fight. Should be fine, but I don't really want to die. As we've seen, it is quite likely that that can happen. Surprisingly enough, indeed. This is actually a Hungarian vassal this time, and not a Byzantine one, so we should be a little bit, you know, a little bit nice about this. We've got to be a little bit careful about the horse archers, though, of course. And there it is. There's the victory for us. Not too bad. We did end up losing 18 though, but that was obviously a much harder battle, and we were rewarded as a result. 18 renown for it instead of the... what was it that we got before? 8? 9? I'm not entirely sure, but we gained a significant amount of leadership too, which is pretty nice. And as you can see, he's not very pleased. He's not very pleased about that. I'm actually thinking of just taking him prisoner, because the charm skill that we're going to gain from letting him go is going to be minimal. Because as I've obviously found out from the previous vassal, if you end up letting people go that don't have a particularly decent personality, honorable personality, upstanding, you know, whatever you want to quantify it as, they're not going to give you that much charm skill because you're not going to gain a huge amount of relation with them. So I'm just going to take him prisoner instead. Maybe that's going to make a pretty big difference to us even being able to maybe take their fief. I mean, maybe that's going to help. Who knows? But yeah, anyway, we'll just take... Not entirely sure if I want to take the Hungarian peasant units. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, we already have a bunch of them, as you can see right there, so I might as well take a little bit more. All right, and then we will just take all of this. We're going to be over encumbered. Okay. Well, that's not particularly good, is it? Ah, we are very close over here to a town, though, so I might as well just go in and sell some stuff, shouldn't I? That sounds like a good idea. Oh, 51,000. All right. So yeah, now this is going to be the power of roguery right here. So we're just going to be selling a huge amount. And wait a minute, I should probably sort by numbered. There we go. Sounds like a good idea. And as you can see, we basically just bankrupted them already. That was very, very fast. And we are still... Are we still over encumbered, by the way? Yes, we are. Oh, only by a very small amount. Okay, that's not really that big a deal. We should probably sell some sheep, but I'm actually just going to let these... Wait a minute. Is that not actually making any difference? Apparently it doesn't make any difference. Okay, that's kind of weird. Oh well, never mind. We've gotten some perks, so we might as well do this. 50% damage when you hit an enemy in the head with a polearm. That is the thing that I was talking about a while ago in the series where I said this is... Well... Polearms and having this particular perk is a significant benefit to anyone doing a tournament or anyone basically creating a tournament-based character like a duelist or whatever. This is really, really important for you because you're just going to literally be able to kill enemies in one hit instead of two. And that really makes a huge difference to your likelihood of being able to achieve victory overall. Anyway, not sure what to take here. We should probably take the party size limit, but I'm actually wondering whether we want to do this. Plus 10% battle morale penalty to enemies when troops in your formation kill an enemy. In my opinion, that's actually kind of fantastic. Because it's kind of like a slightly less powerful version than Terra. Where's Terra? Where is that? Is it not here? There, Terra, there we go. Plus 20% battle morale effect to enemy troops with your two-handed kills. In other words, you're scaring them. And this is, I mean, maybe it's not even a less powerful effect. It might be a more powerful effect dependent on who you're leading. Because if I'm leading a huge amount of cavalry and they get a massive amount of kills, it's going to make them run away super, super fast. So I'm thinking we're probably going to take that instead of the, I mean, it's literally just +5. It's probably not going to do a huge amount for us. So I'm going to take the battle morale just because it might very well cause them to retreat just that much faster. So might be really, really useful. Anyway, we're going to do a little bit of a fight against this fellow as well. He only has 49, so technically I don't actually need to go into the fight here, but as I say, I would like to try and level up my morale a little bit. My morale? Oh, see, we were talking about morale too much, and that's exactly why I'm talking about morale now. Great. Anyway, no, I don't want to level up my morale skill. I would like to level up my polearm skill. See, it has the same kind of letters in it. You know, it's got the same kind of letters in it. That's exactly the reason why. Anyway, hopefully we're going to be able to do something here. Let's just kill the enemy leader if we can. These are just horse archers. There's the enemy leader. Is that him? No, that's not him. That's just some regular horse archer. Wow, okay. Well, that's funny. I was like, oh yes, let's kill the enemy leader. And there he is. It's just a regular horse archer. That's what we like to see, isn't it? Alright, well... whatever the case, I guess we should just get across the bridge. I mean, it's funny enough that they're not willing to come over here, because they could easily force us into a bottleneck situation, because most of our people are not ranged. So it makes the most sense for them to stand on this side and actually leverage their range capabilities, but they don't appear to want to do that, which is very strange. Not sure why. Ah, there's the leader. Is that him? Yes, I believe so. Yeah. That is definitely him. Got some great armor on, sir. I must compliment you on that. And it is not going to save you. Or maybe it will, because the trees will maybe save you, indeed. Alright, well, I should probably just tell my forces to charge in, all things considered, because we are going to absolutely overwhelm him. However, we are in a forest. Speaking of forests, if you do have a maximum cavalry army, and you auto-calculate in the new patch, 1.2, in a forested area, you're going to see a massive disadvantage to doing that in comparison to how it is right now. And vice versa, if you were to take a, cavalry-based army and fight on flat fields, so, in, I don't know, Vlandian territory, or, I don't know where else. Where else is flat fields? Empire, I guess, Empire territory. But if you fight in Battanian territory, for example, good luck, because the auto-calculation is just going to absolutely mess with you. And so that's one of the new, it's one of the new features that they're working on and that has been implemented in that patch. So that's going to be, a little bit interesting. Not sure how that's really going to work, because auto-calculate has always been a bit of a bugbear for quite a lot of people, including myself, because some of the time when you do auto-calculate, you 100% think to yourself, oh yes, I'm definitely going to win this, I'm definitely going to win this particular fight, and then it ends up, oh, I barely won it, or I lost, and those are the kinds of things that can happen very easily. And I suppose that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it a little bit less random by implementing these disadvantages and advantages so that the player has a little bit more input, which I gotta say, I quite like. But the general gist of it right now, I'm not entirely sure. We'll see how it works. Alright, so we're in another battle here, and it's actually one of my... I actually neglected to tell you this, because I was, fumbling over morale / polearms, sort of thing going on. But yes, anyway, this map is actually one of my favorites. It's the archetype of the map more than anything, because I don't know whether you know this, but bridges and bottlenecks are some of my favorite map types. Because whenever you're in this kind of situation or this kind of environment, it just increases your strategic capabilities or possibilities. Unfortunately, the AI is making it very difficult for us to actually use this to any significant effect. And of course, let's face it, we're not really going to be able to use it to significant effect anyway, because we don't really have that many archers. I actually have 39. Oh, never mind. I actually do have 39 archers. Don't have a huge amount of infantry. Someone actually did comment on that and say, hey, why don't you have too much, you don't have too much infantry. And yes, that's true. I do not have too much infantry, but that's merely for the fact that we just haven't really come across too many tier 4 or above infantry for me to place them to my prisoner's hold and, convert them to our side. Most of the time we're seeing cavalry, so... that is the main reason why that's happening. I could just go out of my way and I could, do a little bit of recruiting and leveling up and so on and so forth. And I could even check my, my garrisons, because I might find something there too. But apart from that, it's more a case of just luck that I haven't really done too much about that, because I've just been attempting to try to recover after Borgar's untimely death. So yeah, that's basically it. Otherwise, it would probably be a good idea for us to get some additional additional infantry, especially for sieges, because if we're going to be transitioning into doing more sieges, it's going to be pretty important, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be pretty important. Anyway, we're just going to try and do some damage with my throwing weapon right here, because we might as well. These guys all have shields, so it's going to make it very irritating. She only has 108 in throwing skill, so it's highly unlikely she's going to get anything more than that, to be honest. But this is a good way for us to get riding skill as well. This would actually be really fantastic if I was riding really, really fast and I was shooting at them from a far distance, but this will have to do for now. I just hit one of my own troops. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, that's a classic Borgar move right there. She's taking after her husband right there. That's absolutely fantastic. Great. Good work. Good work hitting one of your own people. And yeah, oh, look at that. Our healer's getting stuck in there. Oh, wow. Too much healing, not enough damage. That's what's going on. Yeah, what is it again? Less talking, more raiding. Yeah, that's it. There we go. Can't believe I almost forgot the quintessential quote right there. Anyway, let me see if I can just eliminate some of these guys as they're running away, because we can get some very nice, easy riding skill from that, and indeed polearm skill. And look at that! Our Mr. Fish fellow, our scout, is getting some bow skill as well. Very nice to see that. They're actually proving themselves to be extremely good for some reason. Seems like our companions are leveling up really nicely. Kind of weird. That's usually not the case. We are at your mercy. I will let you go. Because you are... I'm going to take this guy prisoner. I'm just basically going to base it on their personality types now. So if they're you know, a bit annoying, or they decide to be adversarial or something like that, then I'll take them prisoner. And if they're nice and honorable, then I will let them go. Alright, so Zagreb is here. As you can quite clearly tell, they have an insane garrison. But here's the thing. If we can starve them out, this will very quickly turn in our favor. But the problem with starving them out is that we don't have, well, we don't have an army available. So the only thing I can really do right now is go over here to Belgrade. We can actually sell our stuff, because we do need to get rid of a couple of pieces of gear and everything. And let's just get rid of everything that we can. I don't even know why this stuff is all so incredibly light. I mean, look at how much money we can actually get here. Okay, I'm just going to sell this stuff, I guess, as well. Look at how much money I'm making right now. Look at how much money. This is absolute insanity. I should probably equip people, shouldn't I? Yeah, there we go. We just equipped a bunch of stuff. And yeah, probably should have done that way before, all things considered. But oh well, it's fine. It's fine. You know, it's all good. And wait a minute. Do we have some flags? Oh, we do. We have one flag right here. Okay, who should use this? Decreased melee damage taken. Why? Okay. Why is the text on this so incredibly out of order? Why does it say decreased taken melee attack damage? I don't know. Never mind. I'm not gonna even bother. We're gonna just probably go with the healer here, because she's usually the leader of the infantry, and decreased melee damage taken. They're most likely the people that are gonna be attacked by melee, I guess, unless that's gonna be the you know, the archers. But I don't know. We don't have that much infantry, so maybe it's not a good idea. I don't know. Anyway, there's Army of Poachers quest here. Probably not going to be doing that. We're also not going to be selling anyone. Oh, this one actually has some really, really good trade skill. Maybe we want to get here for a caravan. Do we want to get her for another caravan? Am I an idiot for getting another caravan? No, you know what? You know what? I don't think I am. Let's do it. Let's do it. Alright, we're just going to do that real fast. Form a caravan. I'm going to do better troops this time. And we're just going to allow her to do that. There we go. I do have the new trade perk. The new trade perk, which gets me a refund whenever a caravan gets destroyed. So I'm pretty happy with that. Now, I'm very much hoping... where are my armies, by the way? Where's Mr. Roger? Where are you? You absolute imbecile. Where is he? Apparently he's nowhere. Okay. That's a bit weird. That's a bit weird. I'm not entirely sure where he is, but he seems to be completely nowhere right now, which is very, very funny. And we can actually... Oh, I'm helping one of my caravans. That's actually very, very funny in itself. Okay, so we'll just do an auto-resolve here. I'm going to take him prisoner, and we are going to let this one go, I guess. I'm not sure whether she's bad or not, but we're just going to let her go, just in case. Mercenaries. Huge amounts of mercenaries right here. I don't have enough space for all the prisoners, so what I'm going to do is we're going to do this. And as you can see, look at all of the people that I have right here. We have a bunch of tier 6 cavalry that I can now take. And we're just going to take all of these, take all of these, take all of these. There we go. Oh, look at that. We're going to lose 23 morale, but that's absolutely fine. And we're just going to free up some space in our prisoners' hold there. Look at this amazing gear that we're getting now. And look at these war mounts. Yes, give me all these war mounts, please. Thank you very much. Let's let some people take some stuff and equip it. And yeah, we're just going to have to be a little bit careful here. I want to escort my caravan. This is hilarious that I actually have to escort my caravan like it's a quest. I mean, really, that's very funny. But yeah, she seems to be fine now. Whoa, she's fast. Okay, she's really, really fast. Hopefully she's not going to come back here. No, she seems to be moving on now, so that's good. So she's probably going to be relatively safe now. And I think that's probably going to be it for this episode. I'd love to be able to get an army running. So we have 186 influence. Let's see if... Look, there's no army? Are you serious? Roger, you absolutely... Wait, that's not even the... Is that the... No, this is the guy. Ah, okay, never mind. Yeah, Roger Borza is actually not the guy, not the leader of the faction. That's really funny. I got mixed up between them. Anyway, yeah, next time I'll call for an army, and we'll see what we can do about besieging this, and hopefully get the starvation mechanic to kick in, because it didn't actually kick in against that castle. So I'm very much hoping it will actually work against the town. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.